Hi guys, yeah, this is James's podcast, but I'm taking over now. I'm going to talk about me for the next 6 hours. Wow, you're welcome. My name is James Ryan. I'm a podcast.
What's this? Singer, actor, model, dad joke lover, and Spider-Man enthusiast. Where would you like to start?
I was on this show that, launched the rest of the things to come for my life. The next day, I went into work and I told my boss, and I was like, I'm going to be in the Marvellous Mrs Maisel. I'm going to be in a movie. I have to do a stunt, which will be a lot of fun. But they did like a spoof on The Office. I played like the female Steve Carrell. I had to reach out to an ex-boyfriend of mine, my first boyfriend in high school, because he wrote me, I don't know how many poems when we were dating. I was like digging under my bed and I refound the box and I was like, oh, I really want to read these. Like, I really want to put this on my podcast. So I don't care. Like, I have like 6 boyfriends. Like, it just doesn't matter.
Well, that'll really clickbait people in.
So it's just my voice. And I do it naked, absolutely.
Naked girl reads poems from ex-boyfriend.
I said, take me back down to the water. Don't make good.
Testing 1 2 5. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
No. It's this is where you got to be more British. See, it's red lorry, yellow lorry. Not truck. Lorry. It's red lorry, yellow lorry.
Red track, yellow track.
Don't say truck, say lorry. It sounds like saying track. No, not track. Truck. Did you
Red lorry.
Yeah.
Lorry.
Yeah. Should we
Red
try
lorry, yellow lorry.
Should we try and do like the whole podcast with you doing a British accent and then just not to like till the end, or just make that the big plot twist that you're American all along?
Yeah. I can do that. Yeah.
Can you?
I don't know which.
You sure, mate? You do that? I think you might switch, like, accents.
I know. I will by accident. If I'm really serious, like I'm committed, my sister and I do that. When we go places, we're like, okay, we'll pretend we're this, and then we'll keep with it.
That's exactly it. I think it's easier to do American than it is to do English. British accent, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
I've been told I do a pretty good British accent, but it really
that was
depends.
me that told you that.
Yeah? Oh, well, you also, but not even just you. Like, I've been told by multiple Brits, which is
I'm
fantastic.
the only one that matters. Don't worry about the rest of them. I always get nervous when we're officially starting, even though nothing has changed. Like, yeah, it's just the same thing. Okay, actually, no, I do have an intro for you. You ready for this?
Okay.
I'm really proud of this. You ready?
Okay.
Red lorry, yellow lorry. Okay, you ready?
Red lorry, yellow lorry.
Let's get it in there. Well, it does start with red. Right? Okay, so Noelle.
Does it? Okay.
I can't work with you. This is a bad start. Right. Okay, you ready? You ready? Find your center. You ready? This is going to be the only podcast with bloopers.
I'm lopsided. I have no center.
This is going to be the only podcast with bloopers now. I can see it. Okay.
It's going to take forever.
Okay.
All right.
Noelle.
Center has been located. Yes.
Roses are red. Violets are blue. Nostalgic is here for episode 2.
Oh my god.
I think that's genius. Do you like that? I wrote that myself.
I like it.
Do you know why I wrote
yourself? That? Why? I am inspiring. That's why.
No, it's because
men write poetry for me all the time.
Well, there's that. Yeah, I would have wrote you poetry regardless, but it's because of your podcast. Mm-hmm. Are you still doing? Do you want to talk about that a little bit quickly? Your Park Bench.
Yeah. It's called Park Bench Poetry.
Awesome. Right. So moving on. Well, go on. I'm sorry. Carry on. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't rage quit on me already.
I love rage quitters. They're my favorite.
You can rage quit in 2 hours' time when we're done. You have my
I've rage quit so many things.
You may have rage quit my original intro where it's like, hey everyone, I'm here with Anne Hathaway, and you know, you might not like that. I don't know. For everyone watching this, because this will be edited straight away. I've immediately put the picture up of you. Next to Anne Hathaway.
You can put Anne Hathaway's face on my face. Like, I don't mind.
Nobody would tell the difference.
Nobody would know.
Nobody's
gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
The picture is definitely up right now of you dressed as Anne Hathaway and Anne Hathaway dressed as you. It's a very meta. I don't know what the word is. No one can tell the difference.
Anne Hathaway dressed as me.
Yeah.
Who came first, really?
It's a chicken and egg situation. Maybe she's the other nostalgic.
Yeah.
Because there are two of you. Because I accidentally hosted one
weird.
of you once. Yeah.
But it's not. It's got to be spelled different. So I use the first. So my name's Noelle, Noelle. So I add NOE for the nostalgic, and nostalgic is not spelled that way. So
you learned.
I made it a little. I made it gimmicky. Yeah.
You did well. Okay. Well, we will go on to your podcast, your poetry podcast. But considering you're already talking about your name, do you want to explain why you stream, what you do, all that good stuff, Twitch related? Because your podcast is part of that as well, right? No. Oh, okay. Well, thanks everyone. It's going to be one of them.
This is fun. What was the question?
No, it's too late. You missed your chance to answer it now, so we're moving on.
I understand.
I was just giving you a platform to promote your Twitch channel and explain what it is you do.
I have no idea what I do.
Good start.
I don't know. I do it for fun. I started during the quarantine that started here March of last year, and my buddy was just like, hey, you're a girl, you'd probably be good at this, people will watch you, and he was wrong. So
I don't think he's wrong. I mean, last stream you were on, you had like 9 viewers watching you play Dead by Daylight, or is that the game? Yeah,
I don't know. And I hyper focused on the viewers because I'm not affiliate. And I really didn't care about affiliate. I don't know why until recently. I was like, why aren't I affiliate yet?
Yeah.
Why don't I have this?
Well, you have the followers, right? You're just missing the average viewers.
I have not. Yes, I have 93 followers, and then I can stream, and then I can do the whole hours and days thing. But I've never hit 3 viewers as an average. It's always 2.93.
Let's make it happen, people. Let's make it happen. Link in the description for that Twitch.
And then the last one I did, I was asking if I watch myself, do I count as a view? And I don't think it did.
I don't know. I've never actually thought about
I don't
that.
know.
You can't follow yourself.
I don't
Trust
think
me,
it
I've
works.
tried. So I have subbed to myself.
Well, I'm just gonna make 3 different accounts, and then I will always have an average of 3 viewers. And I'll just be affiliate very quickly.
Do you want me to edit that part out or not?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no one has totally heard that.
No one's gonna know.
Nah, we're all good. We'll fix that in post. Don't worry.
It's not pathetic. It's fine.
So what is it you stream? So because when I first come across you, it was singing, and you did a lovely rendition of "Smack My Bitch Up" by Prodigy, and you also did Budapest by George Ezra, and then you've never done it again ever since I asked. I don't know why.
I don't know.
It's one of my favorite songs. You're like, nah, I'm not doing that again. No.
Because I have to do it. I can't just sing that song. I have to sound like him when I sing it, and it takes a lot of energy.
No, you don't.
He's like,
it's your own version.
Ooh, I'll give it all.
Yeah. That was good.
He sounds like a manly man. That's when you sing. Have you ever sang Bob Dylan?
No, I can't. I can't even talk like a manly man. I'm not gonna sing like a manly man.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, well, Bob Dylan does not sound like a manly man. He's
hey, everyone next to me sounds like a manly man.
Very whiny. I mean, I think you have a very lovely speaking voice.
Oh, I know you do.
That's it.
I know you do.
That's your only positive.
I am,
so you gotta ride that
right
train.
now on here publicly about your British ASMR fetish.
I love my British ASMR.
So, guys,
I didn't know I had I didn't know I had a fetish until, now I do. Now I understand.
Guys, if you're British and you're not following Nostalgic on Twitch, she'll love you. Get in there. It's a win-win for both of you. She needs the views, and you get to DM a pretty girl. It's easy. That's how it works. That's why I started streaming everybody.
It's for the ladies. Yeah.
So what do you stream? Because like I said, you were playing Dead by Daylight, and you were singing. You're just kind of a variety streamer. It's fair to say.
I'm a variety streamer, if we could put a title on that, because I can't do any one thing for too long, and that's been a life problem. So that's actually why I like streaming, because I can do that. I can like change I can do anything on the camera. Like I can play my guitar, I can sing, I can play a game, I can just talk, versus like in real life, changing a job every 6 months isn't a great idea. So
yeah, we don't talk about IRL here. It's not a nice place. Yeah, no. If you're gonna lie. That is exactly it. Yeah, that's kind of something I'll go into with you later as well, about how you kind of do everything else as well as stream. Like it's fair to say you dabble. So that is something we'll go into. But that's the reason I struggle to have a schedule on Twitch as well, because it's very mood dependent. Yeah. And it's just it is. Like I tried it for like 2 weeks. I was like, I'm playing this game these days, and I streamed for like 2 weeks solid, 5 days, Monday to Friday. And then just some days I wake up and I was playing like Dead Rising, and I'm like, I don't want to play Dead Rising. I don't want to do anything today. Like, and you have to get ready and be like, yo guys, we're carrying on playing this game that I'm not really enjoying, to be honest with you, but let's go. Like, and so, luckily I'm enjoying podcasting though, so you never know. Yeah,
podcasting's fun. Because you have a different topic, which is nice to talk about, or whatever. You have a whole different person. You learn something from every person you meet, I think. So, I've found.
And this is the great thing. There's times as well where, like, when I'm streaming, I have to do the talking all the time, and it's nice now. Someone else I can sit back for a minute and be like, "Go on, Noelle, you take it away." It's just
you got this.
It's easy.
Well, that's why I hate streaming by myself. So that's why my friend Grace, or Wanjing, I always say her name wrong. She's Chinese, and
Grace
her
sounds
username,
pretty easy to say, to be honest. I think you did it right there.
yeah. But her username is Wanjing Ling, which she's had forever, which means Grace in Chinese.
Oh, nice.
But I always butcher the name pronouncing it. She's like, "You're saying it wrong." Same with you. You're saying it wrong. Everything you're saying is wrong. Okay. You're Grace. But I've known her since high school, and I started streaming. She's like, I'm going to start streaming. So now she's like obsessed with, she's been playing Dead by Daylight for a while, and she got me into it. And now I can stream with her, and she's hilarious. And, we bounce off each other very well.
Yeah, you bounce off each other really well, because it's like your last 2 streams.
Yeah.
In that. Yeah.
She's so funny. Like, she's like a little ball of like energy, and then she gets like super into the video game, and I'm just like, I died again.
You're so chill with it. I was like, I can't remember what it was exactly.
I'm too. I am not competitive. Yeah. I'm not competitive at all for anything. Like, I just don't take anything super seriously.
You can't take life too seriously.
I don't take life seriously at all. No. I love life. Life. You meet people that take life too seriously, and they're not happy people.
No.
I met that bitch. I met a bitch like that yesterday. Can I say bitch?
Absolutely fucking not. Do not be swearing on my podcast, for fuck's sake. My God.
Is that the only, like, I need more British curse words. I love other language curse words.
I think we have the same ones, really.
Really?
We'll get into that. I've got a game for you. Don't worry. We'll get into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw the last episode, but I've got a reoccurring. I say reoccurring. It's my second episode. It will be reoccurring game here for Americans.
Oh.
So we'll get onto that. I keep forgetting we're not live, so I have the luxury of just like don't need to fast pace this as much as the other. Yeah.
Of muddling about.
I don't. I've ever heard anybody say muddling about. That's not a phrase I've ever heard.
It is a phrase
from any country.
Someone has said it. I'm
pretty sure you're the only one that said it.
That's real. I'm looking it up.
No, it's not. It's fake news. It's fake news.
It's fake news. Muddling about. Idioms. A muddler. Oh.
A mudblood. You're a filthy mudblood.
He did not.
Oh, ow.
Yeah, that's the bit that everyone takes offense to that. It's amazing. I love it. It literally, I mean, we're all mudbloods, right? Because we haven't got any. We've all got muggle parents. I hope. I presume.
But it's like, you know, it's not a nice word. Regardless, it's not nice. It may be true, but it's not a nice word.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry for saying you have muggle parents.
I do have muggle parents.
I've already met your mother, so she's gonna be very disappointed in me already.
She liked you too. I could tell. I could tell.
She's only human, isn't she? She's only a muggle, so it's she would. I
actually have wands. I love Harry Potter. By the way, I love your people.
You love
I'm
our
a Harry
people?
Potter nerd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know if that's like cultural appropriation or something. But thank you so much. It's just Is it in Florida, right?
Yeah,
You've got the proper studios. Is it in Florida? Yeah. Can we have that? Can we borrow that, please?
Nope. Staying. And actually, they're supposed to make an entire, like, separate park that's Harry Potter eventually, and I am so excited. Harry Potter's how I started reading. So, like, if you can see, I have like a bunch of books.
I just thought that was to make you look
yonder.
Smart.
No. Yeah, those are all blank. Those are all blank. There's nothing in there.
There's just one of them books of storage, like you open it and it's got a square in the middle, and it's just
that's a poster. Yeah, this is just a poster on the wall.
Is it just all Spider-Man stuff? Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, you can't see where's my Spider-Man? There he is. Hey, Spider-Man.
That is all. Is that a painting?
Yeah.
Did you paint that?
Oh, I love this. No.
Do you want to pretend you did?
No, yes.
Yeah.
I painted this painting. It took me all of 10 minutes.
Wow.
Actually.
It took me way more time for me and you to set up the cameras for this. So that's this was just inspired. Like, I was just, in the zone. It just came out of me pretty much. Like, I had 3 colors, that's it. And I was like, what do I paint? And obviously Spider-Man. I love the way you did it in my channel colors as well. I appreciate that. That's literally all the colors I've got going on. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just for you.
Thank you so much. Can you send it to me?
Actually, no.
Oh,
that's mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot. That's like, shoot your shot.
That red is actually blood. That's my blood that's in there. So can't have you cloning me. Yeah. Dirty blood.
Oh, I'm not allowed to say that. That's the only banned word. Yeah, sorry, can't say it. It's not TOS. Can't say it. It's against YouTube terms of service. I can't say my blood. Sorry.
Can't say sorry.
So basically, to sum up what I was saying about your Twitch, you're a variety streamer. You annoy your friend who takes the game seriously, and you don't. Basically. And are you ever going to sing Budapest by George Ezra again?
Maybe.
Oh, you're telling me there's a chance?
You know what? If I make affiliate, I will sing Budapest again.
What about Smack My Bitch Up?
There you go.
Will you do Smack My Bitch Up as well?
Choose. You must.
Why do I only get one? That's so mean.
Because I still don't understand that song, Smack My Bitch Up. Like,
it's not for me to educate
I've listened
you.
to it.
I mean,
it's not.
Mainly because I haven't listened to it. But no, I think it's basically.
What was that?
It's just.
Oh my god.
Instrumental, and then just smack my bitch up, dun, 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 something like that, and then that's kind of the extent.
There's not much to music it. Yeah, there's not much musicality to that song.
But you did a
good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
I did my best.
I know for someone who knows what it's like working with very little, I can respect you did a good job. Trust me.
As he stares at his stack of Xbox games. What?
I was staring down, but not the Xbox game.
Yeah, that one stream, there was like a very depressed like kid in my chat, like putting all like very sad country songs. Not you that time.
I think I do.
And I do not know. Yeah, and I do not know country. I like a few country songs, but generally no. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but here you go, because you asked. Like,
there's the intro sorted. That's already got more lyrics in it than Smack My Bitch Up, to be honest.
It's just natural. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's better than your poem, actually.
Well, that's strike two.
Pushing it. I'm sorry.
Strike two. Well, we originally were going to say about
that's
it. That's it. I was going to say, do you want to talk about your poetry podcast? But now I kind of like that. Fuck you.
Okay. That's good.
If you do want to talk about it, it's fine. I just won't listen.
Okay. So I'm gonna mute you.
It's for everyone else.
Yeah.
It's for everyone else's benefit listening to this. I don't care.
All right.
I did care.
Hi guys. Yeah, this is James's podcast, but I'm taking over now. I'm gonna talk about me for the next 6 hours.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Wow.
I'm very humble.
It's okay. I'll Infinity War it and just split it down the middle. It's 2 parts. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Perfect.
I do think my poem could feature on your podcasts, and I'm presuming you have poems on your poetry podcast.
You've obviously never listened to my podcast.
Well, funny you say it. I've listened to
my podcast.
What your podcast? I listened to
my podcast.
What I thought was episode 1, but it was actually just you and your friend introducing the podcast for like 20 minutes, and it was fun.
Yeah,
because you wrote each other's intro. Which I thought, look, you're surprised. I've seen this now. Look, I've took you by surprise.
Yeah, I'm happy.
And I thought that was really funny because you just is your friend Sam, right?
Yes, yeah, my friend Sam. We're a little estranged at the moment, but yeah, I do want to start it up again. But I might just do like a different guest with me to do poetry, like have them pick a few things, but it doesn't necessarily.
Fine. As long as you're happy with them all starting with roses are red and violets are blue.
You can plug your poems in there. Yeah. And like the podcast why I started it was do you know who Joshua Sass is? He's one of your people. He's a British person.
I know him from listening to the Park Bench Poetry podcast where you plugged him about 4 times, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love him.
I know.
I'm just obsessed with him. That's why I started the whole podcast.
Yeah.
So and I mentioned this in the podcast, but I think it's still over quarantine. Like I did start a lot of stuff over quarantine, and he started a poetry podcast, and he is much more educated on the subject than I am. And his father was actually like a poet laureate who had died in a plane crash with like his book of poems on the plane, and they thought they lost it. And then they found his wife found a copy of it like much later. So that was really interesting. But Joshua Sass also has the British ASMR, and I would always listen to his podcast on Sundays, and I had like a whole routine on Sunday. I would I don't know why it like always rained, and I love the rain.
It's because he's British. He's bringing the weather with him.
Yeah, bringing the weather with him. So like my mom and I would drive to, there's like a French bakery in South Florida, which took about like 20 minutes, and we'd listen to his podcast in the car while it's raining, and like on the way down there, and he's like talking about these beautiful poems, and then we like go pick up our croissants and coffee, and it's a very happy memory. And he ended up stopping the podcast because he got busy or whatever, and I was heartbroken because I really loves it, and it's different, and poetry kind of is a dying art a little bit, but not. So like people think that poetry is just like Shakespeare, and really like every song's a poem that starts out, or like a limerick, haikus, rap, you don't understand that it's there. But that's what I was trying to do with the poetry podcast, is kind of bring it more into to the foreground,
bringing poetry back
to people. Yeah. And I've written poems, a bunch of poems as a kid, and even just like with song lyrics. And then actually recently, I had to reach out to an ex-boyfriend of mine, my first boyfriend in high school, because he wrote me, I don't know how many poems when we were dating. And, you know, because I'm a muse. That's my purpose in life. Yeah.
Of course.
you know.
Yeah.
But I still had, like, you know, like when I date someone, like you keep a lot of their stuff, and he's in a box. I have a whole box of him. Yeah, I did. Well, that's what I'm getting up to.
Is he in the basement? This is where this is going.
Yeah. He's in the corner. It's a soundproof box.
Yeah. Let's just kick him out when it's time to start streaming. It's the perfect environment. Yeah.
But I was like digging under my bed, and I refound the box, and I saw I had kept probably about 30 of his poems that he'd written me. And I was like, oh, I really want to read these. Like, I really want to put this on my podcast. But I would feel weird just like doing it, and he saw it. So I actually reached out to him not too long ago and was like, hey, so do you mind if I read these on a podcast? And he's so sweet. He was like, oh yeah, sure, like if they sound okay. And I'm like, oh my god, they're so good. And we were like, he was like 15 when he wrote these. Yeah. And they're really wonderful and well thought out. He's very intelligent, and even at a young age. But that was interesting. So, I had to do that.
have you read them on the podcast yet?
Not yet. That will be my next podcast that I'm leading up to, is my ex-boyfriend's poems that he wrote me.
There you go, everybody. If that doesn't get you wanting to go check out the next episode of the Park Bench Poetry Podcast, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
Although you did claim to do it naked.
That's a mouthful. I do it naked.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, you do it naked. Yeah. I mean, we're naked now.
We do it naked.
Under these clothes. It's just... it's the same thing.
Well, the podcast... I don't show a video for the podcast, so it's just my voice, and I do it naked. Absolutely. I like to feel like, you know, I'm in my best element at that point. I'm very like free, and I got, you know, everything's better naked. So I mean, if I can be, I am.
If that doesn't make you want to go check out the next episode of the Park Bench Poetry Podcast, now I really don't know what will. Naked girl reads poems from ex-boyfriend. I mean, it's not... You've plugged that way, but that went a different direction than I thought it was going to be. So are all those poems, are they all romantic?
About right.
Or are they smushy?
All of his are pretty mushy, because we were like each other's like first love. Or he was mine. I don't know if I was his. But his are pretty mushy, but then also some of them, like, you can tell there's a little like edge, like maybe towards the end, you know, they got a little not as mushy.
It started to take a bit of a turn at the end. Be like, oh,
it took a little. You can't. It's not apparent, but like when you read through them, you can see the compare and contrast between the two.
So it's not Noelle, I love you, but let's talk about death. It's not like that kind of obvious in your face. Yeah.
No. It's like, it's kind of like, what are these feelings? You know, why does she do this or something like that? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Where do I hide the body?
I'll accept this.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, when I was stalking you online, just because mainly because you were coming on here, but I would have done it anyway.
For fun, yeah.
This is weird, right? Speaking of not edgy, but maybe going a bit spooky now. On your first video of your podcast, it has, because I think you streamed it live on Twitch at the time, right? There's a list of people who followed you. The most recent one being somebody called Spying Ryan, and I was like, that's what I'm doing. I was like, she knows I'm stalking her from the past. She knew. I was like, what the hell? I was like, damn, it's a sign.
There's no such thing as coincidences.
No, so this was meant to be. And shout out Spying Ryan for following the Park Bench Poetry Podcast from day one. What an OG.
Thank you, Spying Ryan. Yes.
If you join this one, I think we're meant to be Spying Ryan of you. And it's not me, by the way, I swear. It's not me on one of my other accounts. I'm just
Let's get Spying Ryan and the other nostalgic together.
Yeah, they're like the multiverse version of us. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Have you seen Loki, by the way, TV show?
I have seen Loki.
Okay, because I might make some references that spoil it. So, because I think last time we spoke, you hadn't seen it. So, if I make any references,
I just finished it. Yeah.
If anyone's not seen everything Marvel, all 20 million movies and every TV show, even the ones that are no longer canon, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, just spoiler alert for the whole MCU. Yeah, basically.
As I hadn't finished Loki, and I was seeing memes of like the alligator, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's exactly it. That's the thing with Marvel as well. Like, you have to, if you want to go on Instagram, and you're very like active on Instagram and stuff. So like, if you're watching a TV show like Marvel that's come out weekly, you stay off that meme page, because all my Instagram is memes, and just like you can't.
Yep.
You just see a picture of Loki standing there next to like some character who died 3 movies ago, and you're like, what? And then it just ruins the whole thing.
Yeah, I know. You're like, I can't see this. How do I put on a filter for Instagram so I don't get spoilers?
How do I unsee things? I know someone that still hasn't seen Endgame and doesn't know what happened. I don't know how that's possible.
What?
I know. The fact that you haven't seen it, but the fact that it hasn't been spoiled blows my mind. I know.
They know. They're lying. They know.
Well, I mean,
they know what happens.
We live in strange times, and that's the strangest thing I've definitely heard in the last 18 months.
That's the strangest.
That's the strangest. I mean, it is. How could you fair enough, you haven't seen Endgame. I mean, that's wrong with you, and the only reason to like not go watch Endgame right now is because you're watching this, and then when you're done with that, go watch Endgame. But how has it not been spoiled for you? Like, how do you not know? Like, that's
what I'm saying. They're not.
They have to be lying.
They're lying.
Yeah,
they know.
Because on my Instagram, there's a picture of like when Tony Stark dies, and my cat in the middle of it that someone photoshopped for me, like on Twitch. I can't remember why, it just happened. Oh. It's on the screen now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're a cat? You have a cat? You're a cat person?
I have 3. Oh, you're not a cat person, are you?
You have 3 cats?
Oh
my god. No.
Don't say that. You're going to alienate the whole 5 people that are watching this. Why are you... 3 of them
Get
are
rid of the cat people.
3 of them are my cats.
Just all sitting in front of their computers.
Yeah, they all have their own computers. Yeah, they love the mouse.
Yeah,
Okay, we're moving swiftly on from you not being a cat person, and I'm just going to pretend you didn't say that because I was starting to like you, but so I was saying,
dogs rule.
You are.
Speaking of, my baby's asleep. My dog's so fast asleep right now. She's so cute.
How many dogs do you have?
I have a Chihuahua. Who never get a Chihuahua.
I wouldn't. The cats.
Never have it. Never get a Chihuahua. No, I mean in general. Forget your cats, but they're not a good breed.
Oh wow! So if anyone's interested in taking the Chihuahua off Noelle's hands, do get in touch. Slide in them DMs.
She's getting better. 7 years later, she's getting better, but she was a gift. My dog had passed, and my dad saw like how upset I was, so he like went out the next day, and someone had like a litter of puppies, and he got. I mean, and how do you say no to a puppy? And it's a baby Chihuahua. Like they're like one of the cutest puppies.
Well, how do you say no to a kitten?
Huh?
Oh, sorry. How do you say no to a kitten?
I can say no to a kitten.
Sorry, it's my British accent. Yeah, a kitten.
A British. Okay.
How do you say no to a kitten, mate?
I can say no to a kitten like this. No. Yeah, like that.
You're a monster. you're just a monster.
Kittens are monsters.
I've come on here to help promote you and make people like you, and you're just painting yourself as the devil woman here. Like the internet is very much cat friendly. Pure honesty. Hey, I can appreciate a good cat video, but I will never own a cat. We all appreciate a good pussy, but that's not the point we're making here. If you're not a cat
you
person,
went there.
Of course I went there. It's my podcast. This is exactly the kind of thing to expect.
I go wherever the fuck I want to go.
Yeah, don't say mudblood. Right.
What?
So just don't say mudblood. That's the only bad word that got established earlier.
Don't say what?
Mudblood. Can't say it.
What?
Mudblood. You could laugh, but this is going to be edited out, so it's fine. It's not edited out, as you can see. Okay, so on my list for you, you do everything outside of Twitch. Like, you literally do everything. I have singer, actor, model, dad joke lover, and Spider-Man enthusiast.
That's everything.
Where would you like to start?
I have no idea. What are you most curious about? What do you want me to talk about the most? I
don't care about any of them. It's just, you know, I just kind of need some content personally. I'm not bothered.
Why am I here?
It's just that I don't really care. It's just something I got to do, you know. Well, I would love to talk about Spider-Man, but I know that would take up the whole podcast. So I kind of want to leave that to the end, because I think we could do like a 24-hour podcast talking Spider-Man.
I could do a 24-hour podcast on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I've been Spider-Manning since I was a small child. And that is a verb.
You'll be back. You'll be back doing Spider-Man. Just me and you doing a Spider-Man podcast. We'll do a whole episode just talking Spider-Man. Yeah, 100%. Yes. That I do care about.
That's okay.
I do actually.
That's
I
nice.
will start with acting, because I do care about this, because my background is in TV, in behind the scenes stuff. And
I didn't know that.
Everyone always asks, like, are actors divas? And most of them know, and the people that are divas are actually the people behind the scenes that aren't in front of the camera. Is what I found. But I want to know what your experience is like, an actor. How'd you start? What's every story you have?
Oh God. I just started. I mean, I've been on stage. I've always I did show choir and stuff when I was younger, and I've been singing since I was a baby. And I was trained in opera and classical, and then in college I did jazz.
Wow.
And now I kind of it's a bummer, because if you don't use it, you lose it. So I don't really exercise my voice as much, so I'm not as good as I used to be.
You keep refusing to do songs. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. Well, I'm disappointed, so I really have to I'm disappointed in the quality of my voice now, where I used to sing Phantom of the Opera and
right.
You know, stuff like that, where I can't reach those notes at the moment, but you can always gain those back. But
well, I've heard you're still great, so
thank you. Yeah. Oh wow, is that a compliment?
Yeah, no, genuinely, you are great. Yeah. I mean, I'll cut that out as well, but you are great.
Okay.
Tell anyone I said that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Your secret's safe.
Thank you.
But I started with, I think it was 2 years ago. I was kind of I call it limbo, was a period of my life, where I was nowhere in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I had just finished college, and I moved back home. I was just starting a new job, which I would do now as a practitioner. I stretch people, is my day job. And then I was staying with my mom, so we were house hopping, where so in Palm Beach, most people leave for the winter and they'll go somewhere else, you know, to ski or do whatever, and they'll leave for months at a time, and they'll leave their pets and their houses. So I was house sitting.
Right.
So I'd house sit this one house for a month, house sit another house for a month, and you know, free Wi-Fi, food, water, and then I just water the plants and make sure nobody breaks into the house. And then I got paid for it, and it was fantastic.
Damn, that's what I spent the year in lockdown. I could have got paid for sitting in someone else's house. I do that every day here for free. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta monetize that.
Yeah.
But that was really fun, especially if you don't have somewhere to go. That's a good way to live comfortably, you know, and still get paid. It's just genius. I should still be doing that.
Yeah.
But anyway, my mom was watching the morning news, and we love the show, The Marvellous Mrs Maisel. If you've never seen it, it's on Amazon Prime, and it's set in the 50s about a woman starting to be a comedian.
Okay.
And you know, she's very sassy and quick-witted and vulgar, and
Dream
that's
woman.
You know, that's exactly, and that's a no, you know, for women to do in the 50s.
Yeah, sure.
And today.
Yeah, today, yeah.
We can't do anything. But we were just obsessed with the show. My whole family was too, and they're we're Italian and they're Jewish in New York, and the cultures are very similar. So we thought the show's hilarious, and we get most of it. And then, so my mom was like watching the morning news, and it was saying how they're doing casting calls for the Marvellous Mrs Maisel down in Miami, and she about drops her mug, and she's like, no, and she's always trying to get me to do stuff, and she's like, Noelle, you gotta go do this. I'm like, oh, Mom, not another thing, really.
I already did something today.
I get like, I did, yeah. She sends me like 17 texts every day. She's like, look at this, and this, you know. So I usually blow her off most of the time, but this one I was actually interested in. So all I did was, they just need a specific, they're very picky with who they put on the show. It's in a, you know, I don't know how many Emmys they've won, award-winning show. And you have to have a very specific look, which I have. So, so like so I just uploaded, you know, you upload your measurements, your hair color, eye color, height, weight, all that stuff, and then a photo of yourself.
Turns out there's no casting at all. It's just this weird guy online that's put an advert out there just to get all these pictures. Yeah.
Like, oh, she's hot. Yeah.
I like the way you're even squinting in an impression of someone. Like, it's just your natural. Because my impression of you would be squinting as well.
Yeah. I'm doing an impression of the guy. I squint when I smile. You
just squint all the time. If anyone doesn't know, you'll know if you go and watch Noelle's streams, you'll know. She just squints every time she reads chat because she refuses to wear her glasses for reasons. But anyway, carry on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hate being handicapped with my glasses. That's another story.
Don't say that. You just make it sound like I'm mocked a handicapped person now. I'm just.
It really hurts my feelings. I feel very offended for people that wear glasses.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode before I was cancelled, so thank you. We had a good run.
Yeah, it was nice while it lasted.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. There you go. So carry on.
So yeah, I just uploaded the profile, and they're just like, okay, come down to Miami. And then like the next day I went to work, and I told my boss, and I was like, I'm gonna be in the Marvellous Mrs Maisel, and he was so excited for me, and he was like, when do you need off? Like, let me know, like, so you can go down. And so it was 3 days of shooting.
So you took 3 weeks off.
Yeah, it was pretty much. I needed that time, you know, to compose myself, get my trailer together, find my center. My center, yeah.
Your center, yeah.
My center.
Stop calling me out for being common. It's not. It's just so unfair.
I would love to have a British accent. That is my one flaw.
Well, you can have mine because you've made me so insecure. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Sure.
I do that, yeah. But yeah, it was 3 days of shooting, and I was just a background extra. And as an extra, they dressed me, they did my makeup, they fed me, they paid me. Like, it was just fabulous, fantastic as a first experience for acting. However, something that I did have to do is, in order to be on the show, you needed short hair. And my hair is normal length that I have.
Very nice.
And they cut it to my shoulder. They're just like, if you want to be on the show, you got to get a haircut. And I was like, do it. I want to do this. So just go ahead. And you got to be determined like that. Otherwise, you're not going to get picked for stuff.
That's kind of being a method actor in a way. You start dedicating to the role, I guess. Like, you see that with people, they put on weight and lose weight and all this stuff for roles.
Yeah. If you really if you really want something, you really want to do it, you'll do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And my hair will grow back, you know, and I'm not ugly. But like, I looked fine with short hair. I did miss it, but like, big whoop. I was on this show that, you know, launched the rest of the things to come for my life. So just get the haircut.
Exactly. And here we are. That's already growing back.
Yeah. Someone else will get the haircut and get that part versus you, you know? So
exactly. Top advice, everybody. Just get your hair cut. Just let them do what they want.
Just let them do what they want to do. If you want to move forward, you know, like, I'm sure I could put that into more eloquent words, but whatever. That's fine.
That's fine.
But yeah, and it was so much fun. The worst part is that I ended up like being mostly in the pool scene in Miami. So they actually put me in a swim cap. So you couldn't even tell I got a haircut anyway.
Well, so there was no scenes with you with the short hair?
No, and I was supposed to be. I had 2 outfits. I had one in this beautiful vintage blue one-piece bathing suit and the swim cap, which you see me mostly in the Marvellous Mrs Maisel in the few episodes I'm in. And then there was another scene where we're in the Fontainebleau Hotel in Miami, which is a beautiful old hotel. And it was so much fun. They had all the vintage cars and everybody's dressed up, and I would just love to do just all like character acting like that where I'm in a different time period.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But for that outfit, I was in this really cute like green and white pinstripe dress. And then I had these white like cat eye sunglasses and like this little fish purse, and they did my hair in an updo. And then you never see me. So
it looks
really
good on the gram.
Haircut was pointless. Yeah.
And you got a good story out of it.
I got photos of it. Yeah, that's all that matters.
I mean, that just goes to show the dedication of the casting and stuff, doesn't it? Like how dedicated they are to be so real to that time. I worked on I say similar show. My background, I was working on a show called Call the Midwife we have here. I don't know if you know it over there. Oh, you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Yep, I've seen Called the Midwife.
Yeah,
that's a great show.
I worked on that, and I was really confident in saying it's set in the 50s, but now I'm like, it is the 50s-ish. Yeah, I would say
it's mid 50s. Yeah, mid to late.
Yeah. So it's the same kind of thing where you've got all the costumes and all the. We have vintage cars on the one I was on as well, and just it makes it more fun to kind of escape. Not that I had that much fun working on it, but like it does make it more fun on set when you just escape to another kind of world and everyone's, literally it's like you've gone back in time. Yeah. And it's a better era as well.
Like if you don't see the cameras, like you wouldn't know the difference. Yeah,
it's awesome. Yeah, and Call the Midwife used a lot, like the main house. A lot of it was real, so like it was real location and stuff like that. Not all like cardboard sets and stuff. So it was pretty awesome. But yeah. Are you going?
That's even better.
Are you going to go back to that show for another season? Is it possible?
I would love to, but it mostly films in New York.
Well, you've got the haircut, now you got to move to New York. You've committed. You just gotta go.
I will not move to New York. I will visit New York. I love New York. I went there for like a weekend and I fell in love.
Oh, okay.
But it was also during like winter where like most people weren't there. So it was better to go.
I thought you were going to
go to New York, go when it's cold.
I thought you were going to start trashing on New York and being like, wow, that cat person in New York just really hates you now. Just like you've offended them so much.
They're mostly cat people in New York.
Oh, that's why you hate New York. Okay, cool. At least we've established why you hate New York. Confirmed.
I love this city. There's so many New Yorkers that move down to Florida, and it's not their fault. It really isn't. You have to be I know you have to be that way living in New York to be so abrasive and angry. But when you move down to Florida, you gotta just let it go.
Oh, it's just like London. Just like London. Very angry.
Yeah,
already went down that rabbit hole of like slagging off London in the last episode.
Horrible.
We won't do it again. Yeah, we'll carry on with the acting. So is that out?
I'm acting right now.
Yeah, pretending she wants to be here. Is that out now? I've already. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say the name of the show wrong.
The Marvellous Mrs Maisel.
The Marvellous Mrs Maisel, and apparently she's from London, in the East End.
No, yeah.
Apparently, but
she lives on the Upper West Side of New York.
Oh my god.
Okay. Oh my god.
Holy no.
That was
freaking way, man. Bad. No, it wasn't. That was great. That was great. What?
No freaking way, man. That's what you sound like.
That's exactly.
That's not how we talk.
We don't all sound like
Southern. We do not all sound like we're from Texas.
Southern. You all sound Southern, y'all. You do. Texas is like 80% of your country. You do.
Oh my god. It is huge. Yeah.
Speaking on things you hate, because you hate New York and cats. What? And this is a negative question, but we'll do the opposite of this. What's the worst experience you've had on a set, or since you started acting?
I haven't particularly had a bad experience, but I've seen things. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So they didn't have a trailer for me, which I have a contract. Every set I go on to, I have a contract. I have to have a trailer. I have to have all the green M&Ms picked out of my M&M dish. Okay. Mm-hmm. I have to have a giant 6-foot bear on the couch for me to cuddle with when nobody else is there. I have a whole list, and
I can confirm this is true, by the way, guys, because she had all these demands when she came on the podcast. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I don't have a bear in here either. So, but anywho,
can we get the bear, please? Can we get the bear for Noelle? Oh, I can't repeat what they've said there. Sorry, carry on.
Is that your cat?
Yeah.
Your cat. You're talking to your cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she ate the bear.
But yeah, so far every set I've been on, I've not gotten any of those things.
Good.
So
that is good to hear.
That's my big negative. No, but I have seen some I've been a background actor most of the time, and man, some of these people are so damn entitled. Nobody cares about you. You're just meant for movement in the background.
Mm-hmm.
You're not saying lines. You don't get your full face. You maybe get a side profile for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And this guy, this is the first thing I saw on Mrs. Maisel, and I'm in heaven. I'm this the whole time.
Just happy to be there.
I'm just so happy to be there.
Yeah.
And I don't even care if I get paid most of the time, because I just love doing it. I love becoming a different person.
I'll delete that bit out. They'll use that against you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But this guy, he's an older man, so obviously his career is down the toilet. He's a background actor at 60,
Yeah.
And
what a catch.
I wonder why he's single. But he's swimming in the pool with us, and we all called him the tan guy because he was super tan, obviously.
It's creative.
But right, the tan man.
Yeah.
He's swimming in the pool, and there's kids in the pool, and they're splashing and having fun. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
It's better not turn out that no one knew who he was and he wasn't meant to be there.
Yeah. That would be funny. He was a homeless guy that just snuck in with 50s clothes.
Yeah.
But he was swimming around the pool, and he starts yelling at the kids not to splash his face because he's wearing makeup.
Not the money maker. The money maker.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I think, again, the set and crew, they're all from New York. And I really wanted to think that somebody overheard him, because he was pretty most of us heard him. And then they made him swim underwater at some point. They're we want you to swim from here to here underwater. And I'm fuck yeah.
Yeah, so the script says
that bitch wet.
We're actually killing you off. You drown in this episode in the background. Yeah. Trust me, it's going to be a big storyline. You drown in the background.
It's for the best. Yeah.
Yeah. We have to do it. Trust me. It's part of the contract with the network. They need to kill someone off every episode. So, yeah.
But how can you be a diva like that as a background actor?
I had the same experience on Corporate Life.
They blacklist people. So fast.
Yeah.
If you're not easy to work with, if you're a pain in the ass, they will find somebody else.
Yeah.
You're easily replaced. There's millions of you.
I mean, they even do it with actual actors on the show, with characters on the show. They will recast them. They will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, unless you're someone who's a classic Robert De Niro, who's apparently awful to work with and can't memorize any of his lines. But but he looks great on camera.
In the fact that he's just rubbish at his job, or he's just a bad person.
He's not great to work with on set. Again, he's very entitled, and it takes him a long time to do a lot of stuff for filming. And he has to take a lot of takes.
Every take is
so
you
he's
talking
not
to me. You talking? Oh, you are talking to me. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You talking to me?
You talking to me?
You must be talking to me.
You chatting
you must
to me,
be talking
geezer.
to me. There's nobody else.
Yeah. I like the way I just got
gonna start using geezer,
and it just makes you laugh. It's great. I don't even have to make a joke. I just have to say some slang, and that's it.
Pretty much.
It's great.
I'm an easy laugh, fortunately for me, unfortunately for everybody else.
You're
just like, I must be really funny.
Yeah, you're making me look good.
Exactly.
My ego is just... It's great.
I think his head grew 3 sizes this day.
Yeah, I'm compensating. But yeah, I had a similar experience on Call the Midwife, actually, with a background extra. We were filming in Kent, and it was kind of actually... It was 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago next week, and I remember it for many reasons. It was a chaotic 2 days filming there, where I injured my feet that have never really recovered. And
oh God!
Yeah, I'm not going into that now. But yeah, there was this scene where we were on this cobbled street, and there was one of the characters in the show was I think a Sikh, right? And so I think they were having some sort of event gathering as part of the show, and they had all these extras that were Sikhs, and what happened was there was this one guy who he was a little bit younger than the others as well, I noticed. I don't know what happened, and I wish I was trying my best to earwig, but he started rowing with the first assistant director who was running the set, and I'm like, what's going on here? And because they were all in like very similar outfits, this thing, and I wasn't familiar with the cast, I wasn't even 100% sure he was a background extra. I was like, oh damn, it's kicking off with like one of the actual actors. And then when I realised he was just a background extra, I was like, mind blown.
Oh my God.
And he was going off, and he was like, you learn how to run a fucking set, blah 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 blah, and all this stuff. And it turns out the problem is he wasn't happy. I think it was. This is what I heard. I can't, I don't care because he was a prick. So I'm sorry if I'm telling your story wrong. I don't care. Is that he didn't like the fact that only the back of his head was being shown because of his. Oh
my God!
He couldn't use the back of his head in his show reel. But what happened was because we were filming on this like
blacklisted.
We were filming on this long list of and he's welcome to come on the podcast, tell his side of the story. He's on, I love it. We were on this like long street, cobbled street, and then it had a little corner bit where they would like keep the extras, and that's where I was like hiding behind most of the time while they were filming. And he walked back to all the other extras, and he started to try and like convince them to all get together and let's all walk off together. Like he tried to kind of rally everyone up as like a kind of
God.
So there was like these 8 other guys.
This is not your production. Like
he was just like, I shouldn't have to put up with this. You guys shouldn't have to put up with this. We should all leave like this. And part of me, because I kind of worship chaos and I hated the job, I was like, oh please do, it'd be so fun. I was like, I want to watch the world burn.
Of course.
I want to watch
please
the world
walk.
burn. Yeah. Not that I said that, but I was just like, I didn't exactly discourage it at the same time.
You're just sitting there with your popcorn.
Well, I couldn't really say anything because they were filming, and I was kind of listening on the radio, and and having a good time, enjoying it. So I didn't really want to interfere. I was merely a viewer, and but unfortunately it failed, and only he went off in a car. But the other guys stayed. But I was like, that would have been so much good if he just started this kind of, what's the word? Oh, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. But like this mutiny, yeah, this like overthrowing, I guess, the first assistant director. I don't know what the plan was, but I wish in the parallel universe I wanted to see how that worked out. It would have been, considering they were very niche kind of background extras. It wasn't anyone, like I said, they were like all Sikhs and all in this very particular kind of outfits and stuff. They weren't like readily replaceable. Like they were, you know what I mean? So I was like, I really kind of want to see where this goes. But yeah, unfortunately.
But like usually not. There's not usually a background that's like that important to where they can't like write around somebody.
Of course.
Well,
they would have done with that. I imagine they would have just like.
Yeah.
They didn't know that.
Body double.
Yeah. And it was awesome. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Why do you think you're so important? I don't understand that. Like, we're all equal. Like, my grandfather always told me, he's like, you treat the janitor and the president the same way, with respect. You're like, we're all the same people. Like celebrities, like they're all just human beings. I don't understand the glorification.
Oh, I mean, because I was a runner was my official title, so I don't know if you call it the same thing over there. But
like a ball boy, yeah.
Yeah, doing all the jobs no one else wants to do, basically, and just making the tea and running around. I'd have looked after the extras, stuff like that. I hated the extras in a way because as lovely as they were, all they did was eat all of the food and drink all of the tea and coffee that was meant for the main cast. And then the main cast would come along and there was nothing left, and it was all my fault because all the extras ate it, and it's not like I'm going to stop them, is it? Like,
well, it sounds like you're really bad at your job. At your
no, I was really good, but then it got to the point I wasn't being appreciated, so I was like, well, fuck it. I kind of have this reputation of being.
Did you walk?
But anyway, I mean, with that show, I stopped going back, and then there was another place where I kind of walked / got fired, but we won't go into.
I mean, when you go in the job as a runner, like, you know, you should know same with being a background extra. Like, I know my place. Like, I'm not going to try to, like, do a dance on the side when they told me to walk from, you know, this mark to this mark. And
that's not what I did.
You know?
That's not what I did. No, it's just like what you were saying with the way you treat, you know,
I'm not appreciated.
The janitor and stuff the same way. The caretaker.
Janitor.
The caretaker. The same way.
The caretaker. I like that better.
Yeah, of course you do. It's our language.
I like caretaker.
You know, if you... It was the same thing with runners. Like, instantly, what do you do? Oh, I'm a runner. Oh, well, I don't need to talk to you. You don't matter. That was my issue. So, like, not appreciated in the sense of, like, I'm called a runner because I run around all day. I've done 50,000 steps today just trying to make everyone happy. Like, and I get treated like crap. That was my issue with not being appreciated. But that's kind of the industry in general, not just that production.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Yeah, but I had a point on that, but I've no idea what it was. So I'm just going to move on.
There it is.
Yeah, it's gone. It'll come back to me, and I'll try and record this and then put you in it just laughing or something when we make it a point.
That's fine.
Yeah, cool. So was that your best experience on a set then, just because you were on one of your favorite shows, or
I don't know, like I'm kind of like blanking on everything I've done, to be honest, because I accept everything. Like, so I have a profile on Backstage, and every day I'll just like go through and click apply to like a million things. And then usually I get a call back or an email like, yeah, you know, you're good for this. Awesome. I'm like, sweet. And then some of them end up being paid, which is even better.
Some of them aren't paid.
Huh?
Really? Some of them aren't paid?
Most of them aren't paid.
Oh,
yeah.
As far as I know, they are here. Like, extras used to get like £100 a day. Like,
well,
whether they were used or not.
So, like, it depends on the agency. Like, and this was through Amazon. Like, yeah, they paid me. They paid me very well.
Oh yeah, Jeff Bezos can afford it. Yeah.
And then I did another one again set in the 50s on National Geographic, which you can get on Disney Plus, called The Right Stuff. Ooh. And that's based on the book by, I think his name is Ted Wolfe, about, you know, how the astronauts go into space, and like Buzz Aldrin.
Oh, I love all that stuff.
And yeah, and I got to go to Cape Canaveral. Sure. Space.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to go to Cape Canaveral, and I got dressed up in the 50s again, and it was perfect because my hair was already cut, so I just
so it
went
did
on.
Work out in the end.
Yeah, Marvellous Mrs Maisel got me that one. Like, they sought me out after that, which is really cool. I was like, what?
You've been headhunted.
But I did. I got headhunted. It says I got if I could just be cast in like every 50s everything.
You
like,
are being typecast a bit. Yeah.
I am, but I like it.
You must have really
I've always
been
I did. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. Yes, I did. I just have that look, and I like the look. I like the classic look. I don't like today, like, everybody's I saw a picture the other day of, like, it was a shot of men waiting on an airplane in like 1930 something versus today, and it's just garbage. Like, like they're sitting in suits on like a 2-hour flight. You know, you present yourself, and you present yourself how you want other people to see you because you respect yourself. You know, and it goes both ways. And we are in this time period where, like, well, we should accept everything, and, like, you know, let the boobies hang free, and like.
Oh, hang on, now on like that one, I'm not too. That one's all right. Yeah, that one's all right.
But But like, where do we draw the line? You know, if it's like, if it's okay to do this, then they're not going to be okay with this, and then it's just going to keep moving forward, and then like, I don't know.
But this is coming from a girl who does a podcast naked, so.
Yes. Well, you don't see me. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that one.
It's insinuated. Yeah, I'm not doing like hot tub streams. You know, like.
Well, you're not.
No.
Oh, well, thanks for listening, everyone.
I'm
waste of time, and I'll.
I'm not that.
See you next time.
I'm not desperate yet. I don't have an OnlyFans, and I haven't done a hot tub stream yet. But I will eventually. I will get there. I will sell my feet pics.
You said she was. What the hell? Alright, this is a mistake. I think it actually was. It was the other nostalgic, right? Yeah. Yeah, it was. Sorry. Yeah. It's awkward.
I know it. It's understandable. This is the third time this has happened to me.
Yeah.
This isn't even my real room. This isn't even my.
This isn't a 50s podcast, so you don't really have a place here. Like, it's kind of. I like to think we're quite modern, so.
No.
Yeah.
I'm an old soul in a modern world.
Yeah, I relate to that a lot. Because I've spoken about on here about what is that supposed to mean? You don't know me.
Nope, I don't want to. We're gonna keep it really shallow.
No, but it's true. Like, I am kind of very uncool. I'm not on trend, or whatever it is the kids are saying these days. Like, I don't play any of the games everyone else is playing on Twitch at all. I don't really do anything.
Play random ass stuff.
Yeah, I'll play something that piques my interest, but I don't. Funnily enough, actually, I've been playing Noire. I don't know if you've ever played that, but you'd probably really like that. It is set in the in the 50s. I'm doubting it again. It might be the 40s. 40s, 50s.
Is it LA Noire?
Yeah.
Ooh, fun. Wait, is it a first-person shooter? What do you do?
It's a story game. So it's kind of got the same gameplay style as GTA, like open world.
Oh, cool.
It's made by the same people as shit. You'd love it, actually. You'd really love it. You're a detective. When you interview people, you got to decide whether you want to be good cop, bad cop, or accuse them. I do want to do at some point on Twitch. I'd like to stream a version of the game where I just choose accuse for every single option, like all the time.
You choose what?
Just choose the accuse option.
Accuse?
Yeah, just for everyone. It's been like, so even for like people that have nothing to do with it, just like accuse straight away. Yeah, because the guy gets really angry. He goes from, the guy you play as, Cole Phelps, he goes from 0 to 100 like real quick. So like, you'll be good cop, and he'll be like, just tell me what you saw, don't worry about it, okay, great. And then like, they'll say something and their eyes will be a bit shifty, so you'll think, okay, I'll do the bad cop version. And then he's like, tell me the truth or I'm sending you to the gas chamber. It's like, whoa, Cole. And then you'll be good cop again. So like, they'll answer the question. They'll be like, okay, geez, I'll tell you. And he's like, thanks, man. What did you see in the... I'm like, my God. So you kind of play as a psychopath. I don't know if you're meant to, but my version of Cole Phelps was nutter. But
well, when you can flip that quickly, there's something wrong with you, I think.
Yeah. When you find it relatable, you start getting worried. Yeah. But it was
yeah. Just like, wait, I did that yesterday.
Exactly.
Am I a detective?
Am I a villain? Yeah. I am like that though. I'm definitely.
That is a daily struggle. Am I the villain, am I the good guy or the bad guy in my life?
I don't think I'm the villain. Yeah. No, but
I villain-like tendency. I relate to the villain. I don't know.
Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad. I'm neither. I'm just kind of fluid with it, you know. I'm just kind of human, I guess.
I'm just a liquid. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm in a grey area.
Well,
I'm Deadpool.
A liquid human.
Like, I'm in that kind of, you know what I mean? Anti-hero kind of.
An anti-hero, yeah.
No, anti.
Oh, jinx.
Anti.
That's cute.
No, I said anti. You said anti. You said it wrong. So, it's fine. You should have. Do you want to do it in a British accent? You know you do. You can't resist. No. You do. You do. You know you do. Go on.
Anti.
Why are you southern again? Anti.
That's what you think.
Me and my mom.
That's what you think we sound like. Me, my mom, and my paw.
Oh, was that an impression? I just thought you were talking normally again.
And my dog.
Dog. D-A-W-G.
Oh yeah. I'm going in and out. Like, what anti? It's an anti-hero.
Fucking hell. Damn, that sounded more British than me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm an actor, so.
So that's your most recent show. But it was your or not?
Most recent I'm doing is actually I'm on a movie. I'm gonna be in a movie.
Damn.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, I moved up pretty quickly. So someone found me on Backstage to be in a music video.
Set in the 50s.
And then not set in the 50s, set today. It was a today music video.
Wow.
And actually that was fun because like I just literally played like Mario Kart, and like they recorded and like was drinking, and it turned into like a legit like party later, so that was pretty fun.
Neat.
You're
really showing the glamorous side of entertainment industry now.
Right? No, I haven't seen it yet. But
it doesn't exist, trust me.
Again unpaid, but anyway.
Oh no. You might as well stay at home and stream, then you get paid for playing video games. That's just...
Not yet. Still not affiliate.
Let's make it happen, people. Let's make it happen.
Hello. I just need 3 of you to watch me for just like a few hours.
I don't have 3 people watching this, but I can... My mum will watch it, so don't worry. My mum will watch it, yeah.
I won't watch it, yeah.
No.
So, but I made friends with one of the cinematographer, videographer there, who is a doll.
Doll.
SK. A doll.
A doll?
And then a doll, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's great. He's great.
Is he? Top geezer. Top geezer.
Yeah. Top geezer.
Top geezer, mate.
So wait, does geezer mean multiple things?
Probably.
Like geezer here is just like an old person.
Oh, you mean an old geezer?
So, but you're saying like that's an old geezer.
That's an old geezer, an old timer. Yeah. No, geezer's
an old geezer.
Geezer's a bloke. Do you know what a bloke is?
Oh, I know it in context. I'm not. What is define a bloke? Define the bloke.
Just alpha male. Just. No.
Oh, that's
just a man. Just
isn't a bloke just like a chum, a bud, a mate?
No,
isn't that the same?
Bloke is a man.
No.
So like I saw a bloke.
Oh.
You know, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
It's just a man.
But yeah, I met this guy, and then he's like, oh yeah, you should. He thought of me. Somebody bailed out of the movie, and he's like, you're the first person I thought of. Can you do this? Can you do this movie? And I was like, heck yeah. So it's an independent film, and it will be in like festivals and stuff like that, trying to get awards, called The Terror Among Us. And it's like, yeah, it's a porn, soft porn.
I was making an Among Us game joke, but okay.
You get well, that's what everybody says. They're just like, oh, an indie film. Okay. Sure.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. Wink, wink. But yeah, it's a horror film, and it's gonna be like very campy. And I didn't realize, like, in the horror industry, you want it to be that way. You want it to be like kind of cheesy, because that's what a lot of people enjoy, and that's where like the cult classics come in.
Kind of guilty pleasure.
Where they're like so bad it's good. Yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's been fun so far. My cast members are hilarious. Awesome. And we have this huge group chat, which every time I open it, it's like 200 messages that I've missed. And I missed a table read the other day because like I couldn't keep up with the messages, and I was like, guys, they're like, oh yeah, we're going out at 8:00, and I was like, no shit.
Just got lost in the shuffle of it. Damn.
I did. I was like, I can't keep up with this. But yeah, called The Terror Among Us, and we're gonna start filming next month, and it's filmed locally, like in St. Pete. We have a few different shots, and I play Eva is the whore in the cast, which everybody
of you straight away.
Yeah, I know. It's not really that awkward. I mean, I thought, I really have to get to play myself in this one versus Marvellous Mrs Maisel. It was a lot classier. Mm-hmm. But so where was I going with that? But yeah, I play the horror, and every horror movie, and I love scary movies. I love horror movies. Not necessarily gore, but like if you've ever seen Cabin in the Woods, You ever seen Cabin in the Woods? Yeah.
So like
love that.
More creepy than visual. More like
Yes,
to the imagination.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
But there's always like, you know, the floozy, there's, you know, the guy who's high, there's the jock, the smart guy, the virgin, you know, like there's always like a set of people in like every horror movie.
Stereotypes.
And normally yes. So like normally the horror dies first. So like get her out. She always dies first. Every horror movie.
I thought it was the black guy. I thought the joke was always
it's
the black
usually
guy.
it's the black guy or the whore or both. But here's the thing.
I feel sorry
I'm
for
the
the black
only
whore
white
out there. They've got no chance.
Well, I'm kind of both in this movie because it's No, I'm the only white girl in this cast.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so they're bringing it back. So I die. So
Spoiler
they're
alert.
really getting back on every horror movie.
Awesome.
Spoiler, but not really, because in every
Oh yeah, but you get to film a death scene. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. I will die. I have to do a stunt, which will be a lot of fun.
Can you say?
Yeah.
Can you say much or not?
I don't want to. I want to be a surprise.
Sure. Okay, cool.
But
yeah.
I can tell you later. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Ooh.
I have to practice. I have to practice my stunt. I only get 5 opportunities to do it correctly. That's all I'm gonna say.
In case you die for real, and it's...
Dun dun dun.
That is awesome.
No, that would suck.
That would suck. Yeah. But it's like if the 6th try, no one survived the 6th try. You got 5 tries. That's really...
You know what? If I die, like they can always just replace me. So that's fine.
I mean,
that's the industry.
Wholesome podcast. Yeah. So when is that out? So you're filming next month, you said, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna start filming next month. Don't have a date when it's gonna be released yet. Again, it's an independent film, and we're kind of new. So like the one I was on set for the other day, which was it's a mini series. I realized something very quickly. Not everybody knows what they're doing all the time. Mm-hmm. And like, for example, like my friend SK, he's very good at what he does. Like he could direct and film and produce if he wanted to. He could do everything. Mm-hmm. And he knows the ins and outs of stuff. Versus like some of the people that he's working for or with, they're just like, like they don't know what's going on or how to direct people or just here is this good?
How did they get to this position in life?
I don't know. It's just like, oh, I think I could do this. Like, could I make money off of this? Like,
that was me. That was me when I started this.
Yeah. Like they think, I don't know. They think they're artsy, but I don't know if that's your calling, bud. Like,
wait, you're not talking to them, right? Not me directly now. You're right. Oh, okay. So
sure,
yeah, moving on.
Yeah.
So do you have any idea what festivals it'll be playing at? Any of the kind of typical big ones or known ones, should I say?
It's very specific to horror. I don't know what it's called, but it's literally called like the Indie Horror Film Festival, something like that. I could probably Google it. Ooh,
yeah. Has the movie got like a social media page, or will it have one? Or
yes, it does.
Cool.
It's just called Terror Among Us.
There'll be a link
actually, you can find it
description if you want. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I also have it linked through my I have an IMDB page, which is really cool.
The link to that is also in the
legit.
description.
Yeah, it's in my Instagram. Yeah,
I saw your IMDb. I'll just take 2. I saw your IMDb page. Why is that so hard to say? IMDb.
It's hard to say. IMDb.
You've got like 3 credits.
Too many consonants. I do.
Yeah.
That was like the most exciting thing. My first one came from a locally produced music video, but they made it kind of like very cinematic. Yeah, cinematic. And I played a police officer.
Yeah, I saw that on your Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had to like bust the door down, and I was like, everybody on the ground, and everybody go. And during that one, like we were, there were like 2 kids tied up, in a basement, And we're getting in there, getting the kids out, there's another captured police officer, and we did that take maybe only like 3 times, and the kids were just like, every time you come through the door, I get so scared. Like, you scare us every time. And I'm like, yeah, that's right.
Good compliment.
I'm doing it.
Yeah. It's like when I've seen actors who play like villains and people are like, I hate you, be like, I'm doing my job well. This is
perfect.
Yeah.
That's what the director told me about my character Eva. They're just like, we want you to be so trashy that like the audience is gonna hate you. Like, they will want you to die. And I was like, okay.
I mean, like that you see at the festival at the screening and you die and there's just a massive cheer, or just someone in the back just be like, oh, thank God.
Perfect. That means I did it correctly. That's what I'm going for. And actually, playing this character is going to be very different. It's going to be difficult for me because like I'm very goofy and I'm always laughing, and for this one, like, she's like she's a badass and she doesn't care about anybody or anything. And like, she a hoe. So like, this one guy's like obsessed with her and he's just like, I love you. And she's like, please. You can't see my finger, but yeah. And then like, she's interested in everybody versus I'm a serial monogamist. So like, and I'm trying to, and like practicing my voice because I'm trying to like do like a more seductive sounding and just like really doesn't care about things and just like, you want chill, this, you want to hit this. Yeah. Just like super chill. Like, she don't care about anything and she just drinks and smokes all the time. But
damn, can we do like another podcast where you're Eva and I'll just interview Eva just to help you get in the role? Like, it'll just... That
would be amazing.
Yeah, when the movie comes out.
Such a good plug.
Yeah. Should totally do that. I'm getting myself in on the marketing team for this movie now.
Yeah.
It's who you know, not what you know, right? Which is
absolutely,
great.
Absolutely.
Nothing,
so you can follow. It's called Fire Creek Entertainment is the production thing. And his name is LJ, and he's been doing this for like 15 years. So he's very excellent, wonderful man.
Hit me up,
very
LJ,
sweet guy.
if you want any more promo for the movie. For me and my 5 viewers, I'll interview every character you have. For sure.
Oh my god, that'd be so much fun. The whole cast would love to do that. We are literally in character in our group chat. And we're just it's so much fun, and everybody's always like being mean to me. They're just like, oh yeah, Eva goes after everybody, and then like the one guy's obsessed with me, so he's just like, why are you talking to me like that? Like, I thought what we had was special. And I'm like, I don't care. Like,
it's all going to be worrying when like the movie's over and it's and you're just still in the character like forever, this group chat. That's when it's going to get a bit worrying.
I think about that with like main actors and like, how do you play a character for so long and then just like go be yourself?
Especially people like in reoccurring roles, like soap opera actors and stuff.
Yeah,
like where they're constantly playing.
Well, that's like
that
I love the show Supernatural, and like Sam and Dean, the main characters there, like, and they're kind of themselves in real life too. So, and they've been doing this show for 15 seasons.
Yeah, you just kind of have a split personality.
That is a long time. Yeah.
Weird game.
I don't know which came first, if like they were like that and like blended into the character,
merging,
or like they became their character. Like, they're the same person now. Like, he's wearing the same clothes and listening to the music. And
you just think, are the writers adapting to you, or are you adapting to the writers? Like, what way does it work? Well, I hope it doesn't work with you and your character here, because I don't want to like speak to you in.
I could use a little more edge. I think I could like be a little. I could be a little bitchier. I would like to be a little bitchier.
You need to be more British. Then. You need to be more brutally British.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need to be more brutally British. Yeah.
Like, when you say stuff like, "Which one do you want to talk about?" And I don't care. You just got to be more.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what you got to be, people. Just be horrible.
I'm much too polite. I thought the Brits were supposed to be way more polite.
We are, but we're also really sarky. So.
Yeah, you're like nice on the foreground, and then like really mean behind the scenes.
Yeah, you roast
like very passive aggressive.
Yeah, you roast the ones you love. Like, our way of affection is by just taking the piss out of each other. That's just how it is.
What?
Taking the piss out.
You
of
do
each
what
other.
to each other?
We take the piss out of each other. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't take the piss out of your friends?
No, we keep the piss inside of ourselves, and yeah.
Well, you take the piss out yourself.
Yeah, I do that.
I
on
take the
daily.
piss out of myself all the time. Yeah, I've
all the time.
built a bit of a channel on it. Yeah.
We'll probably have to do that soon. Yeah.
That's distracted me. But on stay tuned for that. But that will be good for you though.
Coming up next.
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole different meaning on the word on stream.
Yep.
Streaming. Yeah.
Streaming.
Yeah. That'll be really good for you though, as an actor, actress, whichever you prefer. Playing someone that'll give you good experience, like playing complete opposite of who you are.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah.
You're kind of throwing yourself in the deep end with your first like proper, speaking acting role. That is pretty tough gig.
Yeah, and I've never had. I did a commercial recently, which was super fun, and it was all me. And I don't know where it is, but speaking of, they did like
it's on the screen right now,
like a spoof. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the final thing yet, and it's been like a few months, so I'm
Joke's
curious.
on you, James, in the editing room. Yeah.
But they did like a spoof on The Office for this commercial. It was for a tech company, so I played like the female Steve Carrell, where I'm just like, yeah, it was so much fun. Oh my god, I'm like goofing off at work, and I had to do like little monologues and stuff talking about the company, which I knew my lines. Like I studied my lines, like I had it all down pat. And then when the camera was on me, I was like, I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Like I had to hold my lines like next to me and like look at them every second. And I felt so
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you're reading. You have your storyboard. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but like, I know what I'm going to say. I'm going to introduce myself like this, and you go on and you're just like, "Hi everyone, what the fuck? I've lost it. I can't." That's me every single time. Yeah. Start over. Yeah.
Yeah, I like forgot all my lines, and it was so easy and goofy. But like for this one, I don't know which is going to be harder. Talking to somebody and they're talking back versus a commercial. It was just me saying a whole paragraph, talking about like this company and this product. So I don't know how that's going to go. And then I actually have to kiss somebody too in the movie. And I've never I don't know how I feel about it, but I just have got to get over it.
You've never done an acting kiss? Yeah. If
I kiss you, that's your privilege.
We'll see how it goes. It's early days.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
luckily you're plenty far, so.
Yeah. Until I'm not, and then we just take the thing back and just reveal at the end. Yeah.
And here he is.
But that's good because you're only kissing one guy. Because by the sounds of your character, I'm surprised you're only kissing one guy.
Yes.
Is it a guy or is it a girl?
Yeah. It's a guy.
No, it's a guy. It could be a girl. I mean,
It's a guy. That's true. Yeah. It's this time.
Yeah. Is there a different? I guess in a weird way, my question is: do you kiss different? Like, they said that to you?
I don't know. It really hasn't been discussed yet because I don't think they really have thought twice about it, but I've thought many times about it because it's my character.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine
I will YouTube it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Google kissing. It's often done.
But at the same time, like again, I like when I'm in my character, and this goes for like anytime I dress up. Like even if I'm in a Halloween costume, like I'm in it. That's what I love to do. I mean, I'll probably just like go all in, and not even think twice about it because then it's a real kiss,
Yeah, you want it to.
And then it's more realistic.
But that's the thing; it's your character that's kissing them, not you. Like it's not Noelle kissing, Noel.
Exactly.
It's well, it's just match made in heaven. It's it's the character kissing I guess the guy that's after you. I don't know. No spoilers.
Yeah. Well, I hope he doesn't fall in love with me. That's what I'm mostly worried about.
It sounds like he already is, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got to kiss a few frogs, tell him, before you find the one.
That's true. It's true. There's so many frogs.
So many. All right, my last question on acting then. What's the dream role? I'm going to say it's probably in Marvel.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know what my dream role would be.
Or dream
I mean, I would love
or franchise or
I don't know. I would love to be a principal actor on Marvellous Mrs Maisel after doing that. I'd love to be a main character on there. Like that would be out of this world.
Well, if anyone that works on the show is listening, she's familiar with the set and the goings of the show. She's, you know, she's willing to get her haircut. Just, you know, she's already she's credited on IMDb. Anything. She'll do anything. She won't fly to New York.
I'll do anything
else. She will do it. She'll do anything else but that. So you're in the Miami area. Yeah. Awesome.
But yeah, that would be amazing. And then I do have a small personal goal, very small. Mm-hmm. So I love Charlie Puth, the singer, mm-hmm. and I just want to get famous enough to where I get like invited to a party that he's also at, and then we meet each other, and that's it, and then we're together forever. Like I just famous enough that we get invited to the same parties. I mean, that's not asking much. That would No, that's exactly.
Yeah, I think the universe.
So I think that's realistic. Yeah.
No, I think that's fair. I mean,
the universe hears me and it gives me everything. So
there we go.
I'm ready now, though.
Are you
sooner, please?
Have you not just tried sliding into the DMs?
I haven't, but that's a great start.
He might not see it.
I did actually. I did slide into his DMs once. He asked he was listening to a song he had a melody in his head. This is why he's very talented, this kid. And he like had a melody in his head and he was like humming it. And he's like, "Can somebody please tell me what this song is? I have, this just like a very small bit of it." And I was like, "Oh, that's Stepping Up by Joe Jackson."
Smack
like I knew it right off the top of my head. Yeah, exactly. So like I sent it to him in his DMs. I'm like, "It's Stepping Up by Joe Jackson. You're welcome." But he never saw it, or said anything later. So I don't know if
maybe he's just playing hard to get.
I think so. I know it's working.
Yeah, stay in that reality.
Yeah. He takes some notes from that.
I mean, it's a shame. It could be the first thing he ever sees from you is you just being a bit of a hoe. That but that might be his thing. It might.
Think about that.
But I really hope that works out.
You do like hoes.
Because then I can get him on here. So I'm in your corner. Awesome. Is there anything else?
The more people I tell, the more things that are going to happen.
Speak it into existence, exactly.
Exactly. If I tell more people, like, I just want to meet him, I just want to same parties, like, then he'll be like, "Oh my god, who's that girl over there?" And I'll be like, "It's me. I've been here the whole time."
I think you're welcome. The whole time, watching you. The whole time.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like, "Who's that girl?" It'll be, "Who is that girl? I've been seeing her fucking everywhere." Like, seriously, no one knows who she is. I've asked around. She wasn't invited. It's like the time we had that guy.
Subliminal messaging.
Yeah. What the hell?
Was she invited? Does she even go here?
She doesn't even go here.
She doesn't even go here.
Doesn't even go here.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to say on your acting career?
Show this to Charlie Puth so I can see him and his many talent.
Like and share and all that stuff. At him on Twitter. Do it.
Yeah. And
if that works, then I'll be like, "Oh wow, that would be great. We could just start a thing."
Oh my goodness.
That'll want people on the
show. My god, that would be amazing. Going up next. My name is James Ryan. I'm a punk.
What's this?
I actually had like a mature singing voice as a young kid.
Tiger.
If I I went through puberty very early.
The next one's not really a question. It's just kind of something I'm still annoyed at you over, and it's the word. It's just something that seems like a good time to bring it up. It's the only thing that triggers me more than how you make tea. Literally. It's the worst thing ever.
Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. Change my mind.
Change mine, because Tom Holland is.
He crowd surfed up the entire hill, and we're just like carrying him. And I have a video my friend took of him reaching for my hand, and we clasp hands as he moves through the crowd, and it's a beautiful moment.
Would you like to play the dog's bollocks?
Yes. No. I don't know.
Are you indecisive?
What is it?
Or are you not sure?